All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our third class here today at Arnold's English. Uh, Today, we will be learning about food textures in this lesson. And if you watched the previous lesson, lesson number 2 on South Africa, the key for the final worksheet at the end of that lesson is right at the bottom over here. And you can check your answers for that one. And then we can begin with our new lesson. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Let's have a little bit of fun and get hungry while we do that. Okay, so for our warm-up for today, I'd like you to think of the last meal that you ate and think about whether you can name this dish in English. Okay, so try to think about it. And here are a few keywords in the word bank underneath me that will help you to think of the English name of your last meal. And then I've added some pictures just to make you hungry and to make you recognize some of these foods. Okay, so the block at the bottom, the word bank, I've separated it into starches, the base of the meal, such as noodles, rice, bread, or potatoes. Then I've moved on to meats or proteins, so chicken, beef, pork, fish, shrimp, prawn, crab, mussels, egg, or anything similar. And then I've added the vegetables at the bottom: red, green, or yellow pepper, tomato, spring onion, potato, cucumber, pumpkin, cabbage, or broccoli. Okay, these will help you to hopefully name your last meal. After you've done that, let's move on and we will learn a few key words to describe the texture of food today. So the texture refers to the way the food feels in your mouth. Okay, so the first key word for today is crunchy. Crunchy foods are foods that make a sharp, loud noise when bitten or chewed. Right? A good example is cucumber, like the picture. Word number 2, crispy. Crispy. Food that has a pleasingly firm, dry, and brittle surface or texture. I've added some crisps or chips as the picture of crispy food. Try to think of any other crispy food that you've recently eaten. Word number 3, crumbly. Food that is made of or breaks into small pieces easily. A small piece that breaks off of food is called a crumb. C-R-U-M-B. Crumb. That's why we call crumbly, or food that breaks into small crumbs, crumbly food. And the example I've got here is an apple pie, apple crumble, it's also called. Right? Let's move to the fourth word, creamy. Creamy describes food with a soft and a smooth texture. In this example, I've added ice cream. It's cold and creamy. Then we've got the piece of meat, which I've added here as tender. So tender means something is soft and it's easy to chew. I know I've written here meat that is easy to chew, but we can refer to other things as tender as well. And then the sixth and final key word for today is tough or chewy. And that's food that's difficult to chew. I think if we cook a steak for a long time, it's quite tough or chewy. Right. I've added a picture of some chewy candy over here, or chewy sweets, to show you that this is what I mean. Right. Let's move on. Now, I'd like you to practice. Can you describe the texture of these foods? If you don't know the names of the foods, don't worry about it. but simply go from the top left of the picture to the right and down to the bottom and try to think about the way this food feels in your mouth as you bite it or as you chew it. And then try to remember those 6 key words. Let's move on. I've added those 6 key words again to the left of the page for this slide and for the next slide, and we're practicing the same thing. Okay, so look at the pictures and assign the key word that you think describes their texture. Let's move on. This is the same exercise that we have for this part of the lesson. Assign the key word or the descriptive adjective to each of these pictures. Okay, and finally, guys, I'd like you to go through your day today, and as you eat something or perhaps drink something like the coffee in this picture, I want you to think about the descriptive adjective to describe the texture of that food. Okay, thank you very, very much for tuning into this short little English lesson, and please like and subscribe if you'd like to learn some more from me, and I will see you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.